the back of a 7-goal thriller this past weekend to move up the table over in La Liga. But what about the big boys? How did they get on? We'll take a look at that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today is all about match day number 13 over in La Liga, and we'll get to it in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe, and your one-stop shop for La Liga is right here under one rooski. That's right, big weekend ahead with the likes of Sociedad, my boys, taking on Barcelona, the tip of the top of the table. That's right. Can we cause a bit of an upset? We'll take a look at it in a second. Again, if you're new, subscribe, smash the like, get involved with the channel, and of course, a big shout out to the Patreons. You know who you are, and a big shout out to the members. You know who you are. Now, before we jump into it, we're going to review last time around and, of course, kick on forward to the next round of games. So let's get cracking. Alrighty then, folks. Just like you might, if you're a big fan of the channel, you'll realise that this week's going to be a bit crazy because, yes, I'm coming at you with only a couple of games being played this past weekend. So the rest of the games are with the, we're talking about the Barcelona Espanyol games, all that. I'm recording this before those games have been played, so please bear that in mind. But like I said at the top, Girona with that 7-goal thriller over Leganes, 4-3 in the end, to give them a big old boost this season. And as you can see for the rest, I should have updated the scorelines by now. Of course, some cracking results in amongst it to put the table in looking a bit like this. That's right. No matter what goes on, I know Barcelona will be tip at the top of the table. There would only be something crazy for them to not be number one. So I do anticipate that. I don't even think Real Madrid even played this match. But anyway, enough about that. That's the table as you see it. And of course, don't forget to get involved with the Super Brew, which will bring you bang up to date next time around, guys. But that, my friends, is a short, sharp update. Now we're looking forward to the next round of games. Now, speaking of those next round of games, also, we're not going to do the flying overview today because we're running out of time. So we're going to get cracking and start with the top of the pops, which is Vallecano up against Las Palmas, coming at you on the 8th of November at the Estadio de Vallecano. And again, all form and positions in the table will probably have been changed by the time this video goes out. So please appreciate and allow me this small hiccup in performance here. Anyway, so Vallecano coming at you up against Las Palmas. 67% form for them right now, just one defeat in the last 6, sitting in 9th up against 18th place Las Palmas. They've won 3 on the bloody bounce in all competitions and all venues. They have played 27 times since 1997. There's been 8 wins for Vallecano, 9 wins for Las Palmas. There's been 10 draws between the two sides. The last time they played over at Vallecano, it was a 2-0 win for Las Palmas back in January 2024, and that was their one and only win over the last 6 matches. So Vallecano looking to be the more favourable. This one coming at you at the Estadio de Vallecano. Vallecano look good right now, but Las Palmas are on a good bit of form at this moment in time. So I don't know which way to go, but realistically, if I have to be pushed, I'm going to go with a home win here. 2-0 winners for Vallecano on their own backyard. Next up, we have the big boys. It's Real Madrid. They're going to be taking on Osasuna, which ain't no slouches these days. Of course, Osasuna all the way up into 4th right now. Real Madrid are in 2nd, of course, with 24 points to their 21. Of course, coming at you at the Bernabeu, played 45 times since 1993. 30 wins for Real Madrid, 5 wins for Osasuna. There's been 10 draws between the two sides. Madrid and Carlo Ancelotti do have a 7-1 win on their record against Osasuna as their record high score. In fact, they scored 97 goals against them in the course of those 45 matches, 2.16 goals a game on average. Osasuna under Vincenzo Moreno on 67% form for them right now, just one defeat in the last 6. Now, the last time they played at this very venue, it was a 4-0 win for Real Madrid. In fact, they scored 10 goals against Osasuna in the last 3 matches. Osasuna's last victory, if we can find it, against these bad boys, you got to go back a long, long way. It was a 1-0 win way back in January 2011. I don't anticipate that happening this time around either. I do think Real Madrid will win this one. Going to go with a 3-1 win at the Bernabeu to keep the heat at the tip of the top of the table. Meanwhile, also near the top of the table, it is Villarreal. They're doing A-all-right just at the moment, up against Deportivo Alaves, coming at you on the 9th of September. They're in 3rd right now under Marcelino. Just one defeat in the last 6 up against Alaves on back-to-back wins. They are 13th at the table with 13 points to the name. Up against Villarreal, who are 3rd, 21 points to the name. And they have played each other 28 times since 1996. 11 wins for Villarreal, 14 wins for Alaves. And there's been 3 draws over the course of both venues. This one at the Estadio de Salamanca. The last time they played, it was a 1-1 draw at this venue back in October 2023. In fact, the home side has not lost this game since Villarreal were lost to Alaves back in March 2019 over in La Liga. It won't happen this time either. I'm anticipating a home win, good one as well. 3-1 winners for Villarreal coming at you this coming match day. Let's move on forward then to Espanyol up against Valencia. Also on the November the 9th is Espanyol under Manolo Gonzalez, sitting in 17th right now with just 10 points to the name up against Valencia and Ruben Pareja. That's right, without a win in the last 6, they're all the way down in the 20th right now for Valencia. Not good. Coming at you at the RCDE Stadium, Espanyol have played Valencia 58 times since 1994, winning 20 of them, Valencia winning 25, and there's been 13 draws between the two sides, including the last 3. That's right. 3 draws in succession, 2 of those at this venue, 1 of them at the Mestalla. That's right. No odds on this one or any of these games because we are coming at you nice and early. This one, of course, could be another draw. Could it be? Yes, it is. I'm going for the 4th successive draw between these two clubs. What about you? Let me know down below. Let's go for the Battle of the G's now. It's Getafe up against Girona. That's right. Coming at you on the, we're moving into the 10th of November. I do have odds. I do have basic odds. What am I talking about? I do have basic odds. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Anyway, Getafe coming at you under Pepe Bordalas. They're unbeaten in the last 4. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. They sit 16th in the table up against Girona, who, of course, this is legit. I've won 3 of the last 4, and they are on 67% form for them right now, sitting in 10th with 15 points to the name. Now, the Battle of the G's at the Coliseum, Alfonso Perez. They played 13 times since 2013. 4 wins at Getafe, 5 wins at Girona, and there's been 4 draws between the two sides. However, the last 5 matches have gone in favour of the home side. When I say in favour, the home side has won the last 5. The last time the away side won, in fact, the only time I can see the away side won was when Girona beat Getafe in September 2016 in the Segundo Division, of course. Do have basic odds on this one. The basic odds go in favour of Getafe, but only just. It does smell like a draw in the bookies, but I'm also going to go with Getafe to continue that trend of the home side winning it. 2-1 win in the end. Let me know about yours. Real Betis then, they're up in action up against Celta Vigo in a bit of a spicy one coming at you. Where are we here? That's coming at you on the 10th as well. Coming at you over at the Benito Villamarín. Betis under Manuel Pellegrini, all the way up to 7th right now, unbeaten in the last 4. Up against Celta Vigo, who are down to 12th, 13 points to the name under Claudio Giraldes. They've played 50 times since 1995. 17 wins for Real Betis, 18 wins for Celta Vigo, 15 draws between the two sides. The last time they played at this venue was a 2-1 win for Real Betis, who've just won once at the last 6. So Celta Vigo have had the upper hand in recent years. Will that lightning strike twice? The bookies, though, go with Real Betis. They're backing them, boys, as do I. Going to go with a 2-0 win for Real Betis to continue their recent rise up the table, maybe even into the top 6 and beyond. So 2-0 winners for me for Real Betis this weekend. Mallorca are next. They're up against Atletico Madrid, coming at you on the November the 10th. Mallorca under Jagogo Areste. They're sitting in 8th right now. Good season for them so far. 18 points to the name. Just 1 win in the last 4. Up against Atletico Madrid under Diego Simeone. They are 5th with 2 wins at the last 6 matches. They played 36 times since 1997. 12 wins for Mallorca. 15 wins for Atletico. There's been 9 draws between the two sides. However, there hasn't been a draw in at least the last 6 matches, with Atletico winning 3 on the spin, of course, with back-to-back clean sheets. In fact, they've only conceded 1 goal against Mallorca in the last 3. The bookies, though, they'll go with Atletico, despite them not being the best form right now. They are favoured for this one. Mallorca, of course, having a good season for them, but I think they'll hit another bump in the road for their campaign. I'm going to go with just the 1-0 win. Atletico this coming weekend over in La Liga. Let's go to Leganes. They're going to be taking on Sevilla, that's right, also on this coming match day. Where are we? Leganes. This actually is going to be taking place on we're going back a day to November the 9th. That's right. Leganes under Borja Jimenez. They're sitting in 15th right now. 3 wins of the last 5. Pretty good form for them right now. Up against Sevilla, who have just lost once at the last 6 under Garcia Pimenta. Coming out at the Estadio Municipal de Bortega. Of course, Leganes have played Sevilla 17 times since 1997. 3 wins for Leganes, 10 wins for Sevilla. There's been 4 draws between the two sides. Sevilla have actually won 3 on the spin against Leganes and conceded a goal against them. The bookies have only just given it to Sevilla. It's not as plain sailing as you would imagine. They are favoured, but only just by a sliver I think it'll be a little bit more convincing than that. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Sevilla to continue their recent rise. Again, they're 11th as of recording, but of course could be much higher than that when this game comes around. Let's go to Valladolid now as they take on Bilbao, coming at you on, that's back onto the 10th of November. Valladolid under Paulo Palazano, they're sitting in 19th with just 8 points to their name. They've won twice at the last 6. Up against Bilbao and Ernesto Valverde, they sit in 6th with 18 points to their name. They played 48 times since 1993, 11 wins for Valladolid. There's been 22 wins for Bilbao. There's been 15 draws between the two sides. However, Bilbao have won 3 on the bounce against their opposition, only conceding 1 goal against them in the last 3. And of course, looking good right now in regards to defence. Just haven't conceded a goal in back-to-back games, of course, prior to recording. The bookies, though, they'll go with Bilbao on this one. I'm looking at it. They might have a couple of matches ahead. They got European action. But yeah, Bilbao are strong favoured here to win this game. Valladolid are massively out-fancied. 2-1 win. I'm going for Bilbao on Sunday night. And then we, of course, go to the Bing Bong Classic. It's my boys, Real Sociedad, up against the heavyweights, tabletoppers, Barcelona, coming at you at the Real Arena. That's right, Real Sociedad under Emmanuel Iglesias, just 1 defeat in the last 4. Up against Barcelona, have won 5 on the bloody bounce. Of course, 62 times they have played since 1993. 9 wins for Sociedad, 42 wins for Barcelona. There's been 11 draws between the two sides. Barcelona, though, have won back-to-back against Sociedad and back-to-back clean sheets. Just 1 defeat against them in the last 6, and that was at the Camp Nou. Meanwhile, Barcelona, of course, got a busy schedule up ahead, as do Sociedad, with both in action in European competition. But the bookies, despite being in the visitors' dugout, Barcelona are favoured here, and I'd love to see it. I really would, but I can't see anything but a Barcelona victory. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win for Barcelona on the road to maintain their amazing start to the season. And again, guys, don't forget to get your predictions in using the Super Brew link. It is wide open, of course, and we'll bring you bang up to date with that whenever we come back around. That, my friends, will complete it. Be sure to smash your like, smash your subscribe, smash the little bell. Your non-stop shop continues right here at Blackburn Rovers Seas.